Deanna's here. In her hat. I wish I had a derby hat.
Yeah, you need a derby hat. Don't you have a derby hat? A chapeau, anything?
I don't. Nikki's wanting me to put one on, but it's, you know, it's just not my kind of thing.
Well, you know, maybe you could pull it off.
You know, I'm a cowboy cooking hat kind of guy. We'll try it on a little while, see how it works. But anyhow, you are here because it's derby time.
It is derby time in the bluegrass.
In the bluegrass. That's like, everybody's got derby parties, and if you have a derby party, you must have a derby drink.
You must.
And it must be Kentucky.
It's totally Kentucky.
So that's why you're here.
I am here.
To help us. What are you going to call this drink for the derby?
We're going to make a Mock Mint Julep with Ale 8-1. Now, of course, at your derby party, the best way to serve an Ale 8 is straight out of the bottle. And of course, we prefer that.
Then we can do that.
However, if you would like to serve something to your guests that is like a mint julep, but you don't want to serve an alcoholic beverage, we're going to make a Mock Mint Julep.
Oh, so therefore the mock. So
Yes, so no alcohol at all. We're going to take 1.5 cups of sugar, put it in this pitcher, and then we're going to take 3/4 cup of lemon juice.
Fresh squeezed lemon juice.
Fresh squeezed lemon juice. And then I need 2 cups of water. So I'm just going to try to mix the sugar up a little bit before we do anything else. This recipe was actually created by Tootsie Nelson. Do you know Tootsie?
Tootsie Nelson, I don't think so.
She's the daughter of Stanley Demas, the owner of the Coach House for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It's not open anymore, but she's a chef in her own right and created this recipe for us for Derby.
So even the kiddies can have some of this.
Oh, yes. And of course, they all like to participate in the Derby. You don't necessarily have to have a big party either. You know, sometimes it's just your family party and you want to have themed recipes.
And the mint, obviously.
Yes, we're going to take 4 sprigs.
Okay.
And we're going to stick them down in here. They're washed and rinsed and ready to go.
Ready to roll. And mint, if you have not tried to plant it, it's very hardy.
It is. It will take the place, yes.
So if you want to go out and buy you some mint and always have some fresh sprigs, we would highly recommend it. It doesn't take a whole lot of space. No. Put it on your back porch. It'll grow.
Just watch it and make sure you keep control of it.
You know, it smells good. I mean, if it's in a patio area or whatever, it's a nice thing to have around.
It smells very invigorating.
You know what? That inspires me to want to put this derby hat on.
So there you go. Put on your derby hat.
What do you think?
I think you can pull it off. I think we could make you a fine-looking woman.
I'm thinking I probably won't be wearing that.
Your cowboy hat probably suits you
better. My cowboy hat suits me better.
So now to this, we're going to add a 6-pack of Ale 8-1.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, do you serve this chilled? Do you put it in the refrigerator and let it set a while, or you just go right in
I would put the
over
Ale 8
ice?
On ice and serve it immediately. You could go ahead and make the base ahead of time, but I wouldn't add the carbonation until the very end or it'll go flat on you.
Right. And look at that.
One more, just to make it interesting.
That smells good.
It does. Might be pushing the envelope there. We'll stop there. And then we'll give it a stir.
Let the mint get all infused.
And then we have a great Derby glass, which I'm going to fill with ice.
I hope you'll come back throughout the summer because it's time
bet.
for summertime drinks and help us out with a few recipes here and there. I'm actually very thirsty.
And then we're going to top it off with a mint sprig.
Look at that.
And there's your...
Can I?
Let's turn it around. Absolutely. Mock Mint Julep.
Oh, that's yummy. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Who's your horse?
I don't have a horse yet, but I always bet the 8-1 exacta.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Well, she's going to be back with that, but you know what? We talked about the 4 things that are really popular during Derby time to eat or drink or whatever. Hot brown's coming up in a minute, but here, let's take a look real quick at this recipe we did recently that were some of the best fried green tomatoes in the world. Local green tomatoes. Basically, they did a little milk wash and some panko.
Breadcrumbs, yeah. I love fried green tomatoes.
Then put them in the hot grease, bring them out, let them set, put a little, some kind of magic sauce they put on. Best thing in the world.
I bet. I love them.
Now here in just a little while, Nikki's going to bring our pie out so we can try it. But, like we promised, once again, here's the hot brown recipe from the actual book that I found in an antique store from the Brown Hotel. Now, of course, people look at our recipes and say, well, it doesn't have tomatoes on. Tomatoes are optional. You can have that if you want. In this old recipe book, it didn't call for that. This goes way back. Hot brown.